A man sentenced for child exploitation and possession of a child sex doll. 2 suspected drug traffickers facing felony charges. And the final week for Region 9 football.
You're watching St. George News at 5.
Good afternoon. I'm Christy Langenheim. 39-year-old Christopher Von Clare was sentenced to 1 year in jail for child exploitation and possession of a child sex doll. The judge called the case beyond disturbing. Clare must register as a lifetime sex offender and comply with strict probation terms. 41-year-old James Edgar Connor is another man facing similar charges. 2 suspected drug traffickers, 73-year-old Oscar Soto Covarrubias and 26-year-old Oscar Soto, were arrested in Iron County with 15 pounds of meth during a traffic stop. They are both facing felony charges and are being held without bail. The Grand Canyon's North Rim is preparing for day-use operations. Vin Capiello has the story.
Grand Canyon National Park's North Rim will begin day-use operations on Monday, October 16. The National Park Service said Grand Canyon Lodge will close and no overnight accommodations, including camping, will be available to visitors to the North Rim. Visitors exploring the North Rim on or after October 16 should plan to bring enough food and water for the day. The North Rim Visitor Center will close October 15 at 6 p.m. All visitors traveling to the North Rim between now and November 30 should be prepared for winter driving conditions on State Route 67 and throughout the park. Snow, ice, and rain are common during this time of year.
Thanks, Vin. The City of St. George announced in a recent news release the highly anticipated return of the St. George Art Festival in 2024. Artists nationwide are invited to apply until January 15th to showcase their fine art. If you want to learn more, visit sgartfestival.com. One artist you'll be sure to find at the festival is this St. George artist who combines paint, fabric, and sewing to create her one-of-a-kind masterpieces. Jessie Bang has the story.
After 20 years of teaching art, Margaret Abramsky retired and found a whole new medium of art she fell in love with creating. As a textile artist, she uses fabric as a paint canvas, then sews intricate lines to create one-of-a-kind art.
This one is called Shoes and Ships, and it was in a show at the Schweinfurth Center in upstate New York at a museum, and it's from the poem by Lewis Carroll in Alice in Wonderland of shoes and ships and sealing wax and cabbages and kings, and it's like it's the walrus and the carpenter are talking. And the little boy at top, this is a photo of my grandson, so I have a big affection for it. And then I added the elements of the poem to the bottom of this.
Her textile art has been printed in various magazines and showcased in museums and galleries across the country.
Thanks, Jessie. And now we're sending it over to Aaron to give us an update on what's happening in sports.
Thanks, Christy. It's another big week in Region 9 football as region play is coming to an end. Dixie is headed to Crimson. If the Flyers are able to pull off a win, they would share the region championship with the Mustangs. But the Mustangs are greedy and looking to secure it for themselves. Pineview plays at Snow Canyon, and the Panthers are trying to get their second win on the region. The Warriors will be working to stay above 500. The last game of the week is Desert Hills at Cedar. The Thunder are coming off a big offensive performance where they scored 56 points, and the Reds are well rested coming off last week's bye. It's going to be a very interesting week for Utah sports. Now back to you, Christy.
Thank you for watching St. George News at 5. I'm Christy Langenheim with St. George News, your #1 source for local news.
This has been St. George News at 5.